Hello, my name is Idom, and today a update has been added to Gran Turismo Sport. We have 13 new cars, and I have the patch notes and everything pulled up right now, but you won't be able to see it because PS4 registers this screen as a website, and it doesn't let you show websites on a video. So, anyways, I'm just going to read it off. It says the new cars, not going to read those off because we're going to go through them. A new track has been added, which is Tsukuba. Also, heads up, I'm still sick. Last video I mentioned I was sick, and you could probably tell in my voice. And I don't know if you'll be able to tell as much in my voice today, but I am still sick, so I'll probably cough. My voice will probably crack, and I'll probably sniffle or whatever. So just a heads up. Sorry about the inconvenience for that, but gotta deal with it because I have to deal with it, and that is your problem apparently. So, anyways, tracks Tsukuba Circuit has been added. There's been new campaign mode missions. So in the Beginners League, we have the Nissan GTR Cup. Amateur League, we have Red Bull X Junior Series. Professional League, we have All Japan GT Car Championships. Speaking of Japan, this entire update basically revolves around Japan. There's a lot of Japanese cars. Super GT class has been added. Tsukuba Circuit has been added. And the Sakura Scape scene has been added, which right now in Japan is the cherry blossom blooming going on, and that's what Sakura means. So there's a lot of Japan going on right now. So, all right, back to this. FR Challenge round 4 and 5 has been added. Mazda Roadster Cup Plus round 4 and 5. Midship Challenge 4 and 5. Group 3 Endurance Series Round 2. Brand Central museums have been added to Mini and Renault Sport. Sport mode, if a car pushes another car into a wall, the penalty applied to the player of the car that caused the incidents will now be more severe. Basically, these are just collision penalties and time penalty adjustments. You probably won't notice it too much unless you play sport mode a lot, so I'm not even going to bother going through them. In lobbies, you can now use ghosts in time trials, something like that. It says a ghost lapped cars option has been added to the penalty settings screen, so I'm guessing that's what that means. Just fix some issues. It also says VR tour mode has been added, or the time trial in VR has been added, which I will use because that is very helpful rather than having to deal with only 2 laps and all that fun stuff. So, controller settings or adjustments and a bunch of other issues have been addressed. There's not a ton of stuff added, just a lot of cars and a track. That's basically all that's really new that people are going to really care about. The Sakura escapes do look nice. I'm going to go through those and show you at the end here, but let's get into cars. Alright, so starting off, we're going to go with Ford, and they added the GT40 for Ford, and that's it. And it is 2.8 million, which I don't know if I'm going to buy this, to be honest. I want to buy it pretty bad, but I don't know, 2.8 million is a lot for something. Especially when I need to be saving up for that Red Bull. Or I'm going to try to win the Red Bull after this video and see if I end up getting it. Aston Martin, they added the DB11. And that is it for... Ooh, it's right there. Only 238. Dang, that's really cheap. I thought that was going to be like 400,000 or something. Maybe Aston Martins are a lot cheaper than I expected. And it comes in a plethora of... Ooh, whoa. All the cool interior colors and everything. Dang, okay. I'm going to have to buy a lot of these. Speaking of wasting money, I got to buy a bunch of... Dang, there are so many interior colors. Look at that. I don't care about the exterior colors. Look at them interior colors. Especially this bright green or whatever. Yeah, that one, the bright yellow. That's interesting. Okay. Kind of ugly, but really cool at the same time. Definitely going to be buying that. Down to BMW, we have just the E30, I believe. And it's expensive. It's $200,000. For whatever reason, I don't know. Well, maybe, I don't know. I feel like an E30 Sport Evolution would actually be probably almost that expensive in real life. Because M3 E30s alone are already ridiculous. Alright, nothing else for Europe. Because everything is in Japan. Look at all this. That's so much stuff added to Japan. Start off with Nissan. We'll go to the R33. Only 54,000. That's pretty good. A little bit more than the R32. A little bit less than the R34. Makes sense. GTR Nismo. This thing is going to be nuts. It weighs a lot less than this one. Wait, what? But apparently not. It only has 30 more not even 30 more horsepower, and weighs not even 100 pounds less. So it's really actually really pointless. Yeah, that's pretty pointless. Oh well. Then we have the Motul Autec Gtr. I had this car as a model as a kid, and it never got built. It's kind of depressing now that I think about it, because it's really cool. Anyways, there's that. And here's the GTR. Comes in an array of beautiful, bright, vibrant colors. Wait, is this? Oh, never mind. I thought that was Midnight Purple for a second. I don't know why I thought that was Midnight Purple. I guess that one is Midnight Purple. Okay, yeah. Doesn't really count, though, because it's not the cool Midnight Purple. Again, basic Japanese colors. Honda, we have NSX. The Raybrig NS, which is really cool, honestly. I hope they add the old one, too. Because the Raybrig NSX, the NA2, is such a legendary car. I don't know what the difference is between these. Like, oh, it's the names of the drivers. Okay. Let's see. RX-7 FC, only 24,000. That's really affordable. Again, the typical Japanese colors: white, silver, black, blue, and red. Going over to Lexus, we have RCF ×2. They added GT3 car, which they already had a GT3 car. I mean, it's just a prototype, but it's probably pretty much the exact same thing. 450,000, typical for a Group 3 car, and comes in one color, which is that. Nothing too exciting. And then we have the GT500 version of the RCF, which is pretty sick. God dang, that is cool. I love GT500 cars. And going over to Gran Turismo, we have... Oh yeah, I forgot about those. Okay. The Mach 40. Okay, that's 350,000. That's not too bad. Oh, it's only 246 horsepower, though. That'll be a really fun car to drive, though, because it only weighs 1,200 pounds. Anyways, we have the Mach 40, which has 787 horsepower, which is a ton. Which also looks really cool. That thing is crazy looking. Also, these always come in these colors with black or white graphics rather than the colorful red bold vinyls as such. Or I guess in this case, silver vinyls. Then we have this one, which is only 3 million. Okay. I thought for sure this one was going to be 10 million. But apparently it is like a detuned version. Yeah, it's at 798 horsepower, which kind of sucks, honestly. I was hoping it was the 1,500 horsepower one, but I'm sure they'll add that later on. And the typical colors for the Red Bull X1, you always have to go with this color, just because it's the classic. And that is it for the cars. On to the track, which for this video... Actually, I'm going to go into the Sakura next, and then I'm going to go to the track. But just for the sake of going onto the track, I'll probably use the Red Bull Junior. I'm not gonna talk over it. I'm just gonna have pure sound of the car, so you can enjoy that. And here we have the cherry blossoms. Pretty cool. It's always really cool to see the cherry blossoms, especially here in Gran Turismo. They always have to do a really good job with it. This will be really fun for taking pictures. They'll make for some. That one's already in the game. I don't think all of these are in the game already. If they are, no, that one's definitely. Well, maybe it is. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they're all in the game, but nonetheless, they're all really nice, and it's nice to have them all in one area. So, who knows? I feel like some of them were not in the game before, but I don't know. Or onto the gameplay of the Tsukuba. Peace out.